Yes. So, the Stonewall uprising, it was actually a riot that lasted about 6 days, but it was on this day, June 28th, 1969, that the Stonewall uprising began and gave rise to the entire movement. And, you know, as we've seen playing out in the news, people are getting very upset in certain states about educating young queer people about their experiences and their history. And as things continue getting banned from curriculums and from libraries and etc., we here at Monster Island thought it would be a good idea to present the story of Stonewall, because you know how, Mim, there is a lot of the new generation in the queer community who doesn't really know that much about it.
Indeed.
Which is surprising to me, but you know, we're thousands of years old, so we saw that happen. But
Yeah, we were.
It's fresh to us. But you know, it's important that we know our history. It's important that we know where we come from. And I think it's also important that the children who may be questioning themselves about their sexual or gender identity have someone who can talk to them. So for that reason, I have prepared the story of Stonewall, but as a children's story.
Yay!
Yes. And I know that we are an 18 plus stream, so this isn't going to go to the children right away unless you naughty things have figured out how to get in here anyway. And you shouldn't be here. We're 18 plus.
Yeah.
But those of you at home who may know a questioning young person or someone who feels like they're alone or misunderstood, or maybe who's new to the community and it would be good for them to know a little bit about where gay liberation came from, we would like you to clip this. Just clip the fuck out of it. Clip it, and share it with your friends. And I'm going to give you this story now. All right, everyone, you've got to give me some room, darling.
Yes, we're giving the center stage.
I'm going to come down so that you all can see, because we prepared pictures as well.
Let's see.
You probably want to get off screen.
Prism, you need to get off screen.
I didn't know. No one told me. Okay, bye. You're absolutely delightful, and we love you. But get out.
Prism, your hair.
And now, just a little more. Very good, darling.
Okay, bye.
All right. And now, ladies and dear gentlemen and ladies and gentle thems, the story of Stonewall, but for children. Written by me, Gaten Zeitgeist. In the village of Greenwich, back in old 69, in a land of New York set in volatile times, we just lost MLK and got Nixon instead. Vietnam was on fire and Judy Garland was dead. Under threatening skies, there a beacon did stand, a light shining out to the queer and the trans. The Stonewall Inn was its name, and it would be a safe space for the hidden to come out and be free. But laws then were harsh and unbearably cruel, and the queer folks would bend under heaviest rule. We lived then like spies in a careful disguise, but we shed it at Stonewall. That was how we survived. On a hot summer night, the police came to raid, to take the queer folks away and to make them afraid. But the scales did tip, and the people fought back, and with courage and strength, they withstood the attack. They threw bottles and stones, fought with flesh, blood, and bone. They were stronger together than they could be alone. For 6 days and nights, they all stood their ground, till police had no choice but to back themselves down. And up from the rubble of a divided nation, rose a united front for gay liberation, with Sylvia Rivera, trans woman of wonder, and Miss Marsha P. Johnson at the head of their number. The clouds then gave way to a new kind of day glow, because after the rain, there is sometimes a rainbow. Many voices would rise and no more be denied, and together would seek out a new way to thrive. The StoneWall uprising would set off the spark. The LGBTQ would come out of the dark. We'd find other allies to march on with us. Inter, NB, and ACE, other aspects of love. Together, remembering StoneWall with pride, we fight on for the right to stand tall, side by side. In a world grown so big, full of so much to fear, it seems silly that love is the cause of such tears. And that is the story of StoneWall, but for kids, by Ketch and Zeitgeist. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Come back out, everybody. Don't leave me hanging up here.
Oh, yeah! That was so beautiful, Z!